Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Wednesday, the 19th of April. It's 41 degrees at the moment, and man, poured down rain all night long last night, and then this morning it's been mostly sun. Actually, this is probably the least amount of sunshine that I've even seen this morning, because Kelly gets up way before I do. But yeah, crazy. All right, welcome to Hump Day. Reminds me of Ryan. Pit back, bike in the back, and a jacked up Toyota. he got over that phase. And pit bikes last about 3 or 4 rides, and those Chinese ones, which that is. Yeah, they don't last very long. He got tired of fixing them. He was spending more money trying to keep the things running than they were worth. So he canned them and bought some old Hondas. Yep, you learn some things the hard way. Never buy that cheap junk. It's a bunch of heartbreak and wasted money. Man, that's beautiful. Holy moly. Oh, mama, it was about 90% dry.
Yes, it was. That was nice.
A lot better than the last few days, man. It's been some crazy rain.
Yeah, last night it was just pounding.
Yeah, that's what I was telling the peeps. It was pounding. It was weird to be so nice.
I know, and it blows itself out.
Yeah. Madison giving us a scare right off the...
I know, with the little bugger out there getting my feet all wet looking for her in the field. Bugger.
Excuse me, Miss Tucker, how'd you find her? Dude, I just went out there and I was calling in all the fields, and all of a sudden, boop, a head popped up. She was still in our field, at least.
Yeah, she was hidden.
Yep, and found herself a big old cattle bone.
Yeah.
Crazy mutt.
I know it.
Well, Mama, it's hump day.
It is. We're halfway through.
Dang near halfway through. Heck yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well, you have yourself a wonderful Wednesday, Mother and Mama.
Hubby, hub.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
The green bike's getting worked on. Look at this. Those Treal wheels showed up today. You remember I was telling you how I was kind of bummed because they had a black hubcap in them? It is not black. It's the titanium color. That's the color of them. Man. That looks so good. I just grabbed some of the, because there's one screw in each hubcap as they come out of the box. And little tiny guys. Takes a 1.5 millimeter Allen to install them. I just got to zip. I got to Loctite them all anyway, so I just kind of zipped them in temporarily, just so it looks good. Go up there and show Kelly. Oh, and I got a smoking deal on those, some more of those Hobby Park stands, but the deal was only for the orange ones, so I grabbed a couple of those. $10 and something a piece, worth their weight in gold. They come apart, so you got to assemble them. That's no big deal, but really nice. The best of these stands that I've got. I bought another one. It was like $1 less. I think it was because these are normally like $15 or something. But they were cheaper, and they're junk. Not even the felt that fits the top tray, it doesn't even match. It's like it's for another model. I had to sit there and carve all that stuff out. It was a mess. That's pretty dang cool, huh? So I was just thinking of something I was trying to explain to you guys on paper what I was talking about yesterday. This little seam, this is when it's on the rim, the tire gets pinched between the outer bead locker and that groove inside this center sleeve. But those cheap rims, the sleeve has a taper right here. This is straight up and down. It's just a perfect groove ground into it. But those cheap ones have a taper. So it keeps moving in and almost matches the inner side of that sleeve. I understand what they're doing there, because the tires are on there super thin, so it's just basically wedge fitting the tires so it holds them tight. Understand the gist of it. But when you have thicker beaded tires like those BF Goodrich knockoffs, you can't get it all in there. It won't fit. And if you keep pushing, you're gonna, trying to torque that thing down, you're gonna break these ears off. They're not meant to be a press tool. Well, that's what they end up becoming. Or there's a gap. They don't close all the way. So these wheels will take it, because I already had 2 sets of those things on Treal wheels. Look at these guys, just crazy how people are just smart about things. So these screws go down in there. So if they got stuck and you need to use some kind of a thread loosening compound or some kind of lube to get them back out, they've cut little slots just beyond the end of that screw, so you could shoot that with some lube. Tell you what, you can actually see light in the screw if I can do this. Look, that cutaway leads into that screw, so it's just not a blind end to it. I think they're doing it. Well, they are doing it. The little screws to hold the hubcap on actually have holes in them too. I shine a light there so you can see it. See the light coming through the screws? That's not the end of the screws. That's just a notch cut in the end of it. Smart little guys. Well, I guess that's passing straight through, isn't it? But, well, cool beans, man. Man, them things are good looking. See, there's the true color without any of the, the cutaways. Sure glad it didn't have the black hubcaps. But those cutaways are so shiny that it's kind of confusing. You're not really totally seeing the titanium color in it. You definitely see it on that side, or with the wheel all together. That's good looking wheels. I like quality in this stuff, because you don't get them for $10 a piece or whatever. But or set. These are, with tax and everything, it's 60 something. And it comes with a weighted, I think it's 78 grams. I think it's heavy. That's nice. How about that? And yes, they are exactly the same color as Kelly's wheels. And I literally spent probably an hour and a half trying to get those old black wheels that were on this with the Hobby Park tires and stuff on there. Tried to get these wheels on those rims, and they would not fit. I explained that to you earlier today. These seem a little brighter because of the edging is polished inside those spokes, and then the outer edge. But it's exactly the same color. And the way Amazon has the pictures of these things, and it's certain light, like when I look at it straight on, the hubcaps actually do look black or dark. So if you have a high trail, these things have a slightly longer axle coming out of or bolt, kind of stud, whatever, coming out. If you notice, there's a slight bulge in that. You gotta slowly crisscross pattern that thing and push the stud into that soft aluminum. Thank goodness it's soft. But they're supposed to be flush, but the hubcaps hit the axle. So I did the first one and backed it off and looked at the stud. Didn't appear to be any damage at all. So I should be safe. It's not the end of the world if you damage them. They're pretty cheap to replace. But yeah, I like those wheels a lot. It's funny how different they look in this color than what they do on the Bronco. It's the same wheels, just they're the black ones. This is not magnesium, but titanium. Yeah, buddy. These old junker tires, you can call them what you want, but they actually work really, really well. That's a cool setup. See if you can see the slight bulge right there in the middle of that hubcap. That's the axle trying to push its way through. But thank goodness this outer area is soft. So I looked at it. It's got a divot in there, like it was trying to make some clearance already. But I was afraid to try to drill it and try to thin it out a little bit, which it wouldn't have. It'd come through. It's pushed them out that much. But crisscrossing, there was no heavy load anywhere at any one point. And it must be thin enough on this outside that it worked out. Didn't break through. That's even better yet. Oh man. Sitting on got these little stumps spaced out here and there for my sit down stuff. That was when I was much weaker. Whoa. Gotta be with this axe motor. You don't just reach up and snap the throttle, because she responds very quickly. So I got to be careful when I'm going the first time to tap into her slow, and I never do. You'll see me when I stop and BS for a little bit, and I hit the throttle. It goes wham. So I had the Sport out here the other day when I was riding with you with that. So I got to playing around with this thing. Once I got off camera, and I can make this thing from about halfway up the step wheelie up the top, and it'll fly. It catches a little air at the back and goes bam. It'll go wham, and it goes boom. Oh man, I was having so much fun with that thing. I also went up and did that about 10 times. Kelly, what are you doing out there? I'm having a ball, Mama. That's what I'm doing. I'm just hand-holding my camera out here. Because, the Typhoon Mary is coming. We did get, like, the last couple of days, it's really super nice sun out. It's beautiful. Absolutely poured going through woodland. There was about 2 inches of ice on the ground. I think it was sleet mixed with hail. It was that deep. Put that old Acura and let her play with her all-wheel drive stuff. She just tracked her right through it, just like a billy goat. So you notice how the Traxxas don't have as loose a drivetrain, and you won't see this thing lunge forward like the Red Cats do. It kind of keeps everything loaded. Oh, I don't know if you paid attention yesterday that you hear that's that motor buzzing, and it's making the drive shafts and tranny and everything else make that noise, but it's actually coming from the motor pulsing. And anyway, if you guys noticed yesterday, the Bronco did it a little bit. I was telling you last time I was talking about that noise. I was telling you how the even the Fusion motors will do that a little bit, but it's not as noticeable. But I could hear it. I don't know if it picked it up on the camera. Actually, I heard it with my headphones on. So if you listen to yesterday's video with headphones on, you can pick up all kinds of noises. My weird breathing. The old K10, my butt. What the heck was that sound? Oh, I probably didn't have the body all the way down, huh? I do now. It did sound like one of those clips clicking in. Man, You won't believe what's behind us. It's just a black clouds of doom back there. I know I'm not going to try to do any kind of wheelie thing with this thing at all. It's bigger, it's heavier, and may not like that at all. Sitting here, you know, Murphy's Law, doing it with a camera in my hand, something bad's going to happen. Them wheels absolutely look amazing. Love that color, because that just mixed so well with Kelly's. And I like it's kind of, like I say, that those, you know, trim kind of polished areas on the edges of the spoke actually gives it kind of a cool look. What do you think there, huh? Boy, this thing would probably, I don't know what it would do if you tried to wheelie up that thing. Yep, it actually spun the tires. We won't be trying that. Let's not get too brave here. I already sent this thing for a tumble once. I'm not interested in doing it again. I love that sound. Our neighbors, they just come and go. They'll leave, 15, 20 minutes later, they're coming back. Then they'll leave, 15, 20 minutes, they're coming back. I'm like, what in the H are you doing? Make a list. That would probably be Danny, chewing on that rotted out old piece of wood. Look at the pieces all over the place. Madison's hiding that bone out there, but she ain't gonna hide it for long. The other dogs figured out. That's where she was out there in that field this morning, scaring the heck out of Kelly. Had me worried too. So was you sure you didn't lock her in the laundry room, in the bathroom, one of the back bedrooms? Those diffs are not locked, and this thing's just rolling through this stuff. It usually catches a hiccup in there somewhere. Now, if I go over that stump piece on the side of that board, that'll get her doing some weird stuff. Hey, I think I'm gonna roll it on that, take a few laps by myself, get with Mama, do a goodbye, and that'll be it for the day. Hope you guys like them wheels. Boy, do I like them. Holy moly. That looks some kind of cool. Dang. I love this K10. What a riot. Absolutely love it. That's rain that's coming at us. Check that rainbow out though. Well, hello there, you two. We're just walking across the heading to our little spot here. Yeah, and that's starting to sprinkle on us now. That thing's gonna cut loose. That was crazy, that sleet and hail.
Oh, that was nuts.
Man.
That was some thick.
Yeah, that wowed traffic down, way down.
Yep.
Not even the crazy people were messing with that.
Yeah.
That was nuts. But anyway, yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think the faucet's just about to get turned on. Somebody's going to turn it wide open. She's gonna get us.
She's gonna dump.
Yeah. Well, I think on that, we'll just roll out and call it a day. How about that?
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Thursday or Friday.
Heck yeah. I can hear it hitting my Carhartt jacket.
Let's go.
We need to roll, Mama.
Yep.
All right. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.